What's up, everybody? bboyspaz here again, and we're going to be looking at another Production 101. Today, we're going to be looking at EQs and just some slight mixing techniques or theory of mixing, if you want to call it that. So basically, today, I got this song, it was a house remix of a song I recorded for someone that I was working on. Didn't really finish it, but we're going to go ahead and look at what an EQ is. So let me go find Ableton's EQ. So I'm just going to pull out the EQ8. I'm going to put on Reason. As you see here, I got Ableton and Reason rewired as a happy little family. And the Reason's audio is coming in here, and I just did all the Reason stuff down in this area. So basically, EQ stands for equalization, and it has to do with boosting and cutting frequencies. Now, when you're looking at the EQ here, basically what you're seeing is it spans from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. And basically, these points on your EQ line are what you're going to be boosting and cutting. Basically, boosting means turning it up, and cutting is turning it down. So that's basically what an EQ is. And if you watch the one on high and low pass filters, it's kind of the same idea. But now when you get into EQing, you start getting into the world of mixing. And there's not really rules for everything, more as common practices. Like, you can boost and cut whatever you want to, but the human voice is going to sit somewhere around here, like 100 kilohertz, and between that and maybe 600 or something. So in this area is where the voice is, and like if you boosted that, you would get certain sounds. For instance, on phones, somewhere in this area is boosted on phones. So to get the phone effect, as they call it, you would actually boost this and then turn down some other stuff like the mids and the bass area. So just to give an idea of how it sounds, I'm going to play the track. I'm going to mute everything else. We just want to listen to the Reason stuff. Now, as you see, Reason's playing and I have control of Reason. So if I were to cut the bass, you see now the kicks feel all lame and so you see that I like cut out everything and now it sounds all crazy. I can turn it up if I wanted to. If you see there, that's the same effect as what a high pass filter. So EQs are just something to get used to. Another thing to think of when it comes to mixing is your stereo space, as I like to call it. I'm gonna try and draw you a little example here in Photoshop. Bear with me, because I'm not really nice with this Wacom pad. But your stereo space, I like to think of it as a room, and it's really what you think about when you're mixing your music. So for instance, if this box is my stereo space or my room, the way it's gonna go is up and down is gonna be your volume, and left and right is going to be your pan. So basically, when it comes down to it, you have to think of everything as a box and give it space. Don't have everything all on top of each other. If you really listen to music that's mixed on the radio, there's a lot of common things. Like the main vocals are going to be dead center, and they're going to sound, pretty well. So they're going to be like right here. The only other thing that usually is maybe in the center would be bass, but still it's going to be like down here under your main vocals. And then your drums and everything need to be panned out. Don't ever, ever, ever leave everything dead center. That's a no-no. When you think about this too, it's the same case with EQing, except up and down is your boost and cut, and left and right would be your frequency. This thing's hard to write on. So basically, if you have a sound boosted at 100 hertz, try to give it its room. Don't let everything else clobber up in 100 hertz, and then you just get all this like muddy sound and whatnot. So that's really what it comes down to EQing and typical mixing. Make sure everything has its own space. If it's space in, volume up and down or panning left and right, don't ever leave everything all on top of each other. And you just got to get used to it. Use your ear. Whatever sounds good, Listen to stuff on the radio and just try and recreate it. And as a treat, I will play some of this song to end this off. All right.
Every night, I think of you. Since I seen you, but I can't forget the time that we spent. Got things I wanna tell you.